How is it that some people build fortunes in the stock market while others lose money year after year? What if the stock market isn't gambling at all, but a playing field where if you know the rules, you can change your life? If you watch this video to the end, you'll discover how the market truly works, the lies behind get-rich-quick schemes, and the exact long-term strategies used by the wealthy. There's one secret everyone talks about, but almost no one truly applies: time. Yes, time is the most powerful weapon in the market, but people are impatient. They want to win in 1 week, get rich in 1 month. But then why is Warren Buffett still investing? Isn't he rich enough? The answer is hidden right there. Most people lose money in the stock market because they don't understand what they're investing in. They chase hype stocks, follow social media trends, and buy because everyone else is buying. But no one stops to ask the real question: will this company still be strong 10 years from now? That's the question long-term investors always ask. The stock market isn't gambling, but go in without a plan or knowledge, and it becomes one. Long-term investors study the company's financials, dividend history, and the industry's future. And most importantly, they are patient, because they know short-term fluctuations are just a rehearsal for long-term profits. Let me ask you something. You have $1,000. You could buy a fancy phone today, but in a few months, it'll feel ordinary. Or you could invest it in a strong company and watch it grow into $10,000 over the next decade. Which choice is smarter? We all know the answer, but few actually act on it. So how do you do it? Here's the secret formula the wealthy follow. Invest small, but consistently. Put money into solid companies every single month, whether the market is up or down. Because over time, the waves smooth out, and the ocean always rises. This strategy is called cost averaging. With this, you don't need to time the market. You just need discipline. But here's the big mistake everyone makes. When prices fall, they panic. When prices rise, they get greedy. Smart investors do the opposite. They buy in fear and sell in euphoria. Because in the stock market, money flows to those who master their emotions, not just the math. Most losses aren't logical. They're psychological. Another key principle: patience and calm. Long-term investors don't stare at screens all day. They make a plan, and then they go live their lives. Because they know real wealth isn't built when you buy it, it's built while you wait. Maybe you're watching this video wondering, is it too late for me? The answer is clear: no. You can't get back yesterday, but today is the next best day to start. Even Warren Buffett didn't build massive wealth until after age 50. He grew with time, and so can you. If you've watched this far, you're already ahead. Because now you see, there's no magic formula, but there is a reliable path. And that path is long-term investing. So invest today, not tomorrow. Read, learn, and be patient. Because the ones who win aren't the fastest. They're the most focused. Wealth isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. But let's take this one step deeper. Most people think investing is about luck, but in reality, it's about behavior. Think about it. 2 people can invest in the same stock at the same time. One holds, the other panics, and sells during a dip. 10 years later, their outcomes are completely different, not because of the stock, but because of their mindset. The truth is, most of your success in investing will come from what you don't do. You don't chase hype. You don't check prices every 5 minutes. You don't react emotionally to headlines. The market rewards those who are boring, consistent, and rational, while punishing those who are impulsive and dramatic. So ask yourself, are you willing to be boring to become wealthy? The stock market is the only place where things go on sale and people run away. Imagine your favorite brand offering 50% off. You'd rush to buy. But when a great company's stock price drops, most people panic. Why? Because they never understood what they were buying in the first place. That's why education is everything. Before you invest a single cent, invest in your understanding. Learn how businesses operate. Understand cash flow, debt, earnings, and market cycles. You don't need to be a finance expert. You just need to know enough to recognize when something is worth owning. Let me tell you something powerful. If you invest $500 a month into solid companies, and you keep doing that consistently for 20 years, history shows, you could build a portfolio worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly more depending on market performance. But the key word here is consistency. Wealth doesn't come from big moves. It comes from small, smart steps repeated over and over again. It's not sexy, it's not fast, but it's real. And it's yours if you can stay disciplined when everyone else is distracted. One of the biggest lies you'll hear is that you need to be rich to invest. That's false. You become rich by investing. You don't need millions to start. You just need a decision and the courage to stick to it. Some of the most successful investors in history didn't start with large sums. They started with small amounts in time. That's your advantage, not luck, not timing. Just time and discipline. And if you're thinking, but the market looks scary right now, good. That's when opportunities appear. Some of the greatest fortunes were built during bear markets because those who stayed in the game while others fled got to buy the future at a discount. And don't forget the power of reinvestment. When your investments generate dividends or returns, reinvest them. Let them compound. Let your money create more money. That's when the magic happens. Not year 1, but year 5, year 10, year 20. You might not feel it today. You might not see it tomorrow. But one day you'll wake up and realize you planted the right seeds, and now you're standing in a forest. So the question is no longer, should I invest? The question is, will I stay invested when it gets tough? That's the real test. The market will always rise and fall. That's its nature. But over the long run, it trends up. The data is clear. The only people who truly lose in the stock market are the ones who quit. So here's your blueprint. Start today. Choose strong, time-tested companies. Invest small but often. Don't react emotionally. Stay for the long haul. You don't need to beat the market. You just need to not beat yourself. This is your journey. Don't compare it to anyone else's. Some people will win quickly and lose everything. Others will win slowly and keep it forever. You choose which one you'll be. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're clearly serious. You're not here for hype. You're here to build, to grow, to invest not just your money, but your mindset. So do one more smart thing today. Subscribe to this channel. Because in the next videos, I'll break down how to evaluate companies, how to protect your investments, and how to build a rock-solid portfolio that works while you sleep. Every week, we'll unlock a new principle of wealth backed by real data, proven strategies, and timeless wisdom. If you're tired of noise, fake gurus, and financial fluff, this is your place. Click that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and join a community of people who are ready to take control of their financial future the right way. Because remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. And today is yours.